And now,
Breaking news.
Ahoy, the news.
News
from the Weird Wire.
news from the Weird Wire here today. A baby vulture born at the Bronx Zoo.
Why does the zoo have vultures?
All right. Well, hey. Yeah, it's just another
Lions
zoo.
and tigers and bears, all my. Yeah, vultures?
Yeah. Well, hey. There's got to be somebody like, I love vultures. They're kind of a different type of bird. But this is, this baby vulture was born. Its first meals is being delivered by a puppet, hand puppet.
Why?
Well, they don't want the baby vulture to think that a human is, part of their
habitat?
Yeah. So they're using this hand puppet modeled after an adult vulture to feed the chick. Helps prevent young birds from imprinting on humans. And it ensures it grows to a healthy adult. They've done a lot of work on this to know this.
Well, what happened to Mama Vulture?
It's a story they're not sharing. So well, how did we get this?
I think you need a Mama Vulture to have a baby vulture.
Maybe they eat maybe you can't because she'll eat it. That's weird. But anyway, I bet it's something like that. You could Google it. A keeper disguises themselves with a costume, hiding their face and other human features, and uses the hand puppet to feed the bird inside a brooder, which serves as a nest for the chick, the zoo says. Do you think that did they have tryouts? Say who is the best hand puppet vulture? Or do they
whole
take
story's
turns?
just out there.
Well,
And are you going to the zoo to see a vulture?
No, you see a vulture on your way to seeing something you wanted to see, and oh, look, they got vultures too. They just never look like the ones on cartoons, right? They got the bald head, scruffy look to them.
They do things weird in the Bronx.
Yeah. I wonder if there was ever vultures in that area. Probably. Kids do the darndest things, including damaging an incredibly valuable painting. Mark Rothko's Gray, Orange on Maroon number 8, circa 1960, has been removed from display at its museum in the Netherlands and is undergoing restoration after a young child, reportedly under the age of 5, accidentally caused visible scratches in the unvarnished paint layer. It happens because a child is unsupervised, touched the lower part of the work, says the museum spokesperson. There was no intent. This was not vandalism. Well, here's my question. Do people in museums not have kids? It's we would all be well, why would you set it like that when a kid can just walk up and touch it?
Especially when the value of said painting is $60 million.
$60 million.
And it's not behind glass or anything. That's a dumb museum curator.
Right, well, it's the Netherlands. When I said the Netherlands, you're I never really thought of them for great art.
Well, we have plenty of art and museums in this country that weren't done here.
Sure.
I don't think Picasso ever painted a masterpiece in this country. We have lots of them hanging on walls in museums.
I think he did some pottery. I saw it on Antiques Roadshow.
$60 million
Ba-da-da-dong.
smudged.
Yeah. I just like. Whoa.
And how much extra paint is on this thing that this was done in 1960. You can still smudge the paint.
And then you were thinking, well, did the little person have like chunk of licorice on their hand too, or what did they eat in the Netherlands? I was like, well, why would you have something that valuable at hand's reach to a 5-year-old?
Even if the 5-year-old is being carried by mom or dad.
Right.
Why?
Well, you have adults that will touch it. Oh, I didn't know you can. I thought it was like you could touch it.
$60 million.
Mm-hmm. Well, they can put a price on it, whatever you want, but I don't know sometimes if it's really worth it. But somebody will probably pay for it. They have entirely too much money.
And can we not come up with a better name than Gray, Orange on Maroon, number 8?
It was 1960.
How many others were there? Were there 10 of these? 12 of these?
And it doesn't say like it. Is it like abstract? It's like, dude just threw a bunch of paint up on there. Does it really?
Oh, you'll.
Really?
It's larger than 2 people.
Mm. One little smudge, huh?
The top 2/3 of this is painted a dark charcoal gray.
Yeah.
The canvas itself is a lighter charcoal gray.
Okay.
The bottom of it is a giant rectangle of orange.
Ah.
That's it.
That's it, huh? $60 million. That's stupid.
To anyone who's curious, just Google Gray Orange on Maroon number 8 and click on images. And this is worth $60 million?
Terrible. Just terrible. So could you tell that it was ruined? Wow. What happened there? It looks like a 5-year-old touched it. Alabama traffic kangaroo ruined. We've all been there. You're already running late for work. Now there's a traffic jam backed up because of a kangaroo. We've talked a lot about kangaroos this year.
We have.
Maybe
I don't picture them being plentiful in Alabama.
Right. Not a common occurrence there. Maybe in Australia. But that's the situation drivers in Macon County, Alabama found themselves in after the Interstate 85 highway was shut down due to a 2-car accident involving a kangaroo. Imagine hearing that call go. According to local affiliate ABC 3340, the north and southbound lanes of the road were closed as the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Highway Patrol Division addressed the situation along with the animal's owner. Are they legal in Alabama?
Must be.
Eventually, the kangaroo was recovered safely and unharmed, and the highway was reopened. Why are you late for work? If there was a kangaroo, you're fired. No, really, there was a kangaroo. That's kind of weird. That's how. What does that affect the call? So, like we talked about kangaroo a few weeks ago, right?
Several times, yeah.
Right. And now we just keep getting these. We have a kangaroo issue in the United States.
Or our writers really like kangaroo. What is the plural of
I suppose
kangaroo?
if you want to talk, you can find stuff about kangaroos. Obviously. I mean, we discovered that you can have them legally, just not in Minnesota, right? We know.
We don't let anybody have any fun. No.
If only they knew they could tax that.
Oh, they'll tax it and still not let you have it.
Ah, the fun of kangaroos. Only on the news from the Weird Wire.
Oh. Google says it's not legal to own a kangaroo in Alabama.
Uh-oh, now we got problems. So that's another state you can't have a kangaroo in. What if you live in a state where you can have a kangaroo, but you end up going on vacation and you take your pet kangaroo with you? You won't keep your kangaroo, right? When you head back home, you stop by and grab your kangaroo. And it would be kind of, because we're not used to kangaroos. However, certain parts of the country obviously are getting more acclimated to them. But could you imagine, just say these people were pulled over on the side of the road, not an accident, right? And you're like, oh, let's help these people. And then you're like, hey, what are you guys doing? You need help? Yeah, we're looking for our kangaroo. And then you're the one that finds the kangaroo. I would be a little startled. I'd be like, I'll be honest, a little scared. I'd be like, what if he jumps up and does a kangaroo kick around my chest?
I don't like Google anymore.
Why?
Because I was curious, what's the population of this county? Well, I spelled it wrong.
Uh-oh.
Google's new AI thing at the top.
Yeah.
Well, the county is Macon County, not
it's got an
Macomb County.
Oh, it's got an attitude, huh?
Didn't just autocorrect the spelling for me. It just chastised me. I don't like that anymore.
See, that's what they were talking about, this AI.
Population of 18,000 there in Macon County, Alabama. And one kangaroo.
And one kangaroo. Hopefully they were just passing through. Imagine that. Why, Ian? I had a pet kangaroo, and they're not allowed in Alabama. That's news from the Weird Wire.